regular human being, and he could relate to anybody. And so as you walk around Joe Louis, it's not the executives that are saying, gosh, what a great loss. It's everyone in the entire building, because they all felt, even if it was just briefly, that they were touched in some way by him.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that happened inside? I know there was a video tribute. Can you go into detail?
There's a wonderful video, a lot of memories going back to even when they were married and everything like that. And even that's an amazing story, to be with somebody for 60, 61 years. You know, it was a perfect relationship. It really was. From, you know, and I'm speaking as if I was a member of the family, and I'm certainly not, but from the outside and from all the stories you've heard, it was just the perfect yin and yang, to where they built their empire and their family and everything else together. But they shared this vision for the city, and to see it all come together, particularly in the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, how decades of planning and hard work and commitment have come together in what we're seeing right now with this incredible revitalization.
How does the work family move on without Mr. Ilitch at the top?
Well, I think they did the right thing. A year ago, they said that Christopher Ilitch, their son, would be taking over the business. And he's been running it basically for the last 10 years, but I think they've given him a lot of not only direction and advice and knowledge, but also a lot of freedom to become his own person and to lead the organization in the right direction. So I think they feel extraordinarily secure in terms of where the future lies for the entire organization.
I meant emotionally too, like without Mr. Ilitch at the top. So
Well,
emotionally a big change for everybody.
You talking about the family now, or?
For yourself, like
Myself.
Everybody in the organization, is there a big emotional change?
I think it's. I think there's a loss. I think there's a huge loss, and you know there are very few people that you encounter who fill the room, even when they're not there. And I think that speaks to the persona that comes from accomplishment, from respect, and everything else. That even when he wasn't there, he was there. And I think that's going to stay in the minds and the hearts of a lot of people who continue to work there.
How has this affected you, Tom? I mean, you left the palace to come here. How's it affected you?
Well, you know, it's. I went through a similar situation with Bill Davidson, you know, when he passed. But Bill and I have been together for 30 years, and so we had a long, long run together. But you see it happen with special people. You see how it impacts everybody a little bit differently. And if you weren't so regular, as I mentioned before, what a regular guy he was, what a decent man he was, I think that's the thing that affects me and it affects everybody else. Is it's just a huge personal loss. Even if you didn't know him that well, it still feels like a little part of you is not with us today.
I think sports fans loved him just because it seemed like he wanted to win more than they, or just as much, which you can't say for all owners. Can you kind of just talk about how passionate he was about the Wings and the Tigers?
Well, I think you know you said it exactly right, Jeff. It's as a fan,